As we are shifting further and further into the sovereign age, a number of things are going to become important, mainly cultivating energy, managing energy, figuring out our fulfillment, maintaining our stability through chaos. But first, what we need to understand are the new guidelines for intentional manifestation. To review, manifesting is an ever-evolving act of intentional creation that is evident in the material world. If you are familiar with dying age manifestation, you will know about the law of attraction. This is a concept spiritual influencers in the New Age, capital N, capital A, nothing to do with the sovereign age, and crumbling along with everything else useless from the dying age, co-opted from the 7 Hermetic principles, also known as the 7 universal laws. The law of attraction is really the principle of vibration, and it was meant to work in conjunction with the rest of the 6 principles, and really had little to do with material creation until capitalism and the New Thought movement got a hold of and obsessed over it. There is still useful information within Hermeticism, but today we're going to talk about the new. If you've been involved with the manifestation community or New Age spiritual community, you likely will have heard the following instructions when it comes to material manifestation. Ask, believe, receive. These instructions are completely ridiculous because it makes the assumption that Source or God, this unlimited fount of energy, requires only your prayer and your trust, and that these 2 things combined will deliver tangible results. If you follow that advice, you'll be standing there with your arms open until you die. This dynamic comes from really old school Christian concepts of a God who's got your best interests at heart and gives to you like a loving parent. And while some of that has some truth, it's not going to help you intentionally create. Source isn't going to create for you. You create with Source. If you aren't participating, you won't produce. Creation is a product of intimacy, which requires 2, even if it's only you and yourself. Paradox. 2 in the 1 from the 0. In the sovereign age, we don't ask for permission. We don't believe, we know. And we don't receive, we create. There are no laws upon the limitless. Therefore, any universal laws you think you know are void. The limitless manage a set of states at various spectrums. And while I'm going to list the major states and their substates, none of this is step by step. Manifestation in the sovereign age is nonlinear, simultaneous, and constant. You are never not manifesting. There is no end result. The material comes, then goes forever. The only eternal thing is the intimacy of the dance. The first major state is the state of dreaming. This is where the result is created within spirit in one of the infinite realms of non-resistance, where manifestation is instantaneous. You can run all sorts of tests here without much consequence and resolve various issues with your creation. This is the place for visualization and scripting and for whatever other technique works for you. No matter what the technique, they are all in service to the state of worth, the only substate contained within the state of dreaming. The state of worth says the character of your life, the attitude of your birth, combined into one generates your worth. What the state of worth points to is your self-worth, your self-esteem. And depending on the condition of your birth and how your life thus far has panned out, all of that will inform your current state of worth. And that will be different for each of us. Your state of worth is extremely important to strengthen and maintain before you get very serious about material creation. Your state of worth determines what you believe you can create. If that worth is in the toilet, that won't be very much. Your current state of worth says nothing about your inherent value. That does not shift, and it is priceless. It is only your awareness of your true value that gets clouded, and it does for all of us. Our state of worth will fluctuate always, so forget about perfection. To increase our awareness of our worth, some of us will need therapy and medication. We'll potentially need to change our bodies. You will need licensed professionals for that. and not a spiritual influencer or a guru. They are not equipped unless they also have actual medical training, a valid license, and they are treating you as a patient or as a client. A course or a book is not enough, but if it is all you currently have access to, go ahead and use it. And then when you have more resources, apply them to your care team, while the rest of us work on removing access barriers to healthcare. Think of the state of dreaming and the state of worth as your foundation. While it will become more stable through practice, it will be something we're maintaining throughout the manifestation process and throughout our lives. The state of divination automatically activates from your interaction with the state of dreaming. The state of transmission and the state of affirmation are its substates. These two substates combined are what used to be known as the law of attraction. The state of transmission says, the thoughts which you think, the things that you feel, that is the energy that makes your dreams real. Your state of worth affects your thoughts and your overall mood. Your thoughts and your mood, or vibe, plus your vision creates an energetic signal you are constantly transmitting to the entirety of entirety. Your worth and your mood and the quality of your vision is going to fluctuate day to day. The stronger and more stable you're able to keep that signal consistently can help you with the quality of your results and the time between visualization and materialization. The state of affirmation says, the world is not solid. Form is not true. The strength of your signal affirms that which is you. The state of affirmation is how external reality responds to your state of transmission. This is what's actually going on with the law of attraction. But because so much emphasis has been placed on this concept, everyone's been freaking out over what's been drawn to them and how their environment's responding, and trying to figure out how to not draw these things or have things respond this way, when really what's drawn or created from your signal isn't all that important. And we'll get to why. All you need to know is what the state of affirmation is going to show to you is not usually going to be consistent, and can include echoes of things that went on in your childhood, even if you've been through therapy. So chill about what you're seeing in reality. The goal is not attracting your dream. The goal is creating your dream. Which brings us to the state of development. The state of development includes the states of dissolution, engagement, and solution. The state of dissolution says, to create a new world, we must pay our dues. In order to gain, you always first lose. There is no abundance of material. There is only an abundance of energy. For you to receive a new combination of material, the existing material has to dissolve. You can't keep it all. The state of affirmation will handle dissolution, as well as the most important state for creating reality, the state of engagement. What shows up in your reality is 100 times less important than what you choose to engage with. The state of engagement says that which you choose, that which you keep, dictates forever the dreams that you seek. Of what shows up in your internal and external world, what you engage with, entertain, and solicit is what actually creates reality. This is how your dreams become tangible things. You must discern which thoughts, feelings, and material elements most contribute to the formulation of your vision. Engage with those elements and little else. The better you're able to do that, the better you will materialize results. This is all more challenging than it sounds, because we are in fact more practiced with engaging with what was or what is instead of what will be, even though those delineations of time really don't exist. Regardless, that's how most of us tend to experience time in general. Finally, the state of solution says, if you know what to do to change what is here, the devoted will see. Their dreams will appear. The state of solution, if we've managed everything else well, handles itself. This is the materialization of our intended result. Now do it again and again and again. Do it forever. Because you see, while managing these states and substates allows you to manifest in the material, no material can create the ultimate point of manifestation, which is fulfillment. Only manifestation itself, the process I've outlined, creates fulfillment. We'll talk about that and how to figure out how to use manifestation to create fulfillment in future videos. I want to keep all of this relatively manageable because knowing the process is not enough, but we'll get there in time.